Welcome back, my dark beings, to the Dark Void, ruled by me, Night 51. And a Merry Christmas to everybody, and a Merry Christmas Day to you all. Today is, well, Christmas, I guess I should say. Yeah, of course. And today I decided, you know what? Yeah, let's make 3 videos today. That's right. I decided I was going to make 3 videos. I know that rarely happens, but it really happens, but I decided, hey, it's Christmas Day, might as well give you guys like 3 videos today of 3 different things here. Well, not entirely different things, but yeah, you know the shebang. I was thinking, Dan, and I'm not gonna do it. I'm just gonna take this day to take a day off. But then, no, I decided, it wouldn't make sense for me. So I decided, hey, let's make a Christmas video. Let's see what it is. And today we're gonna be watching 3 different videos. One is called Wild Such Gaming, which I have seen his content, which is hilarious, which is awesome. It's about why we wouldn't survive small soldiers. If you haven't seen that one, I recommend it. It's an oldie, it's a classic. I see. Oh, so that's what it is, huh? No, move that. I don't want to play. I liked it. I actually owned the thing. I don't even know if I still do, but either way, it's a great movie. I suggest you go watch it. Great Christmas movie. And then we're gonna be watching Vito's bankruptcy and another random and another video of a VTuber. So yeah, wait, is Vito considered a VTuber? I don't know. I'll think about it. But for right now, yeah, we're gonna be watching that. But right now, we're gonna be seeing this, and it's gonna be we're gonna see, and this is why you wouldn't survive Small Soldiers Toy Apocalypse. I have no idea what this outro was. So yeah, Merry Christmas again. Merry Christmas to all, and let's watch this and see why we wouldn't survive this. And I'm gonna tell you this now. I agree. We wouldn't survive this. I mean, seriously, watch the movie. By the end of it, yeah. Let's go. Ah, come on, not today. The lagginess.
Time of giving and love.
Oh my gosh.
More importantly, it's about toys that you find under a pine tree. I
okay,
deliberated on if I should do a Christmas film for a holiday survival scenario.
Oh man,
I was
come
gonna cover
on.
Christmas Bloody Christmas, but no. The premise was robot Santas with military tech that killed people they thought were
naughty. Hey, how you doing? Oh, come on. Sorry for the lagginess.
Army tech and children's playthings going haywire reminded me of a favorite film of my childhood that recently celebrated its 25th anniversary.
Really?
What happens when small
25
soldiers
years.
and tiny
Oh, come on.
monsters are brought to life
Not
as
today.
a byproduct of corporate bigwigs rushing to get smart toys out by the holidays? I know that you're immediately thinking, they're just toys. Any person can just smash them, kick them, EMP them, and boom, threat defeated. Consider how screwed we would be if these adaptive toys and what they were capable of in 1998 and if they were released in today's day and age. Yeah. Today, we are discussing the Toy Story meets Call of Duty.
Oh yeah, come
Toys shall
on!
inherit the earth, an apocalypse that toys with you, soldiers that had me questioning if I liked boys or girls at a young age.
Oh yeah, that was like back in the day. Oh my gosh, come on!
It's a small.
Let me just pause this for. Okay, let me just pause this for a moment. That usually helps for some reason. But god dang, come on! Today's Christmas Day. Come on! Alright, but yeah, trust me, if these toys were ever in the modern era, trust me, no one is going to be safe. I mean, seriously, if it's just be watch the movie, you're going to realize why these toys would be more sophisticated nowadays. And you're going to see why, trust me. Alright, let's see if this works.
Toys will be toys.
Okay,
will I ever stop making toy-related puns?
No, probably not.
Movie itself. Today, we are discussing why you wouldn't survive Small Soldiers Toy Apocalypse.
I hope I don't get copyrighted today. Still.
Start to think, and eventually they will completely outthink their makers. We superseded the Cro-Magnon and Neanderthal men, and we presume we're an improvement. I think we should regard it as a privilege to be stepping stones to higher things. I suspect that organic or biological evolution has about come to its end, and we are now at the beginning of inorganic or mechanical evolution, which will be thousands of times swifter.
In the late 1990s,
rest in peace, man.
The United States' top armed.
I mean, we do have AI nowadays.
Globotech began monopolizing various industries and companies in order to.
Oh, that's right.
Outside of government funding.
Jeez.
One of these acquisitions came in the form of a large toy company known as Heartland Toys. Quickly after the buyout, CEO Gil Mars held a meeting with the company's lead toy designers Larry Benson and Irwin Wayfair with the hopes of making the next hot toy line for the Christmas season. While Irwin's concept of the educationally inquisitive, peace-loving Gorgonites fell flat, Larry's Commando Elite would prove well during their
come on, you're doing good so far.
presentation as soldiers
at the bit.
The
I know what's happening. Probably because my computer's like laggy as heck.
Over. Now, why would a defense contractor buy out a toy company out of any other industry out there? Well, lucrative avenues needed to be explored for the company since all U.S. government contracts had recently been voided.
Ooh.
And toys can be very financially lucrative. Don't believe me?
Not nowadays.
Franchises of all time all
true.
found most of their profit from merchandising.
Oh, come on.
Work! Toys. All it would take is one successful line of toys, and Globotech would find all the funding they would ever need.
Oh, yeah.
Mars wanted to avoid false advertising with the Commando Elite sales pitch, so instructed the former Heartland toy makers to create toys that could do everything that their commercials depicted. Being able to break through their packaging, speak to their owners, toys that can play back, with an endless battery life and limitless potential. The tagline,
oh my god,
line being everything else is just a toy. This line
yeah.
has more meaning than just being a slogan, though. It defines their deadly potential as weapons.
Oh yeah.
Given their
I mean, think about it.
Opportunity.
They're smart.
Globotech did not care how these toys would be manufactured. The CEO wanted them finalized, created, shipped out to stores in less than 3 months for the Christmas marketing and shopping campaign coming soon. Skipping product testing, safety concerns.
That sounds like video games these days,
The Commando Elite and Gorgonite toy lines would be met with rushed development, akin to many video games of the last 30 years.
Look at that. Can you please please, computer?
Larry Benson used corporate clearance passwords to requisition top-of-the-line munitions chips, otherwise known as X1000 microprocessors.
Okay, hold up.
State-of-the-art.
Okay, let's just wait here a bit. Like I said, this usually helps for I don't know. So, man, I hate it with that. I have to do that. Man, I don't know why, but for some reason, widescreen does not work. I mean, widescreen does not work for me nowadays. Either it's because my computer lags. Either way, it's just nowadays for some reason. I think it's just because my computer is outdated. Like when I mean outdated, I mean it has been since this is like my old PC. I switched it out for the other one because the other one died. I'm not joking on that one. New PC died, but I only had it for a year. This is still lasting me. It's still alive today. I was only changed that because of the update. But what? You know what? Never mind. You know the whole story. Never mind. Either way, yes. I think it's because my PC's since I got it during the remaster of Skyrim, years back, the one on the PS4 era. Oh man. So how you guys doing? How you doing today? It's Christmas Day. I'm doing great. Having fun with Krampus and all that. Sorry that we have to wait here for a bit because I would edit this out, but if I did, I'd probably forget where the heck this was. Besides, I wouldn't have a conversation. You know what? Never mind. Let's go.
3D organic react.
Never mind. It didn't help at all. We're gonna have to suffer through this. Sorry, guys.
Upgrading any computer system it integrates with instantaneously.
That'll be a great technology.
Technology that can learn and adapt at a fantastic rate. Considered well beyond the concepts of artificial intelligence. In fact, as Globotech scientist Ralph puts it, they are actual intelligence. 500,000 of these units were placed into smart toys to be shipped out to hundreds of toy and department stores and retailers across the United States. Where these armament chips draw their primary directive from is dependent on the personality software it initially
You know, if you think about it, that'd be very dangerous.
With. The Gorgonites were designed to be peaceful and curious of their environment, but also cowardly and hiding from conflict. With the enhancements of the X-1000,
yeah, unfortunately, one of them get taken out.
Eager and cowardice natures would take center stage, yearning to find their homeland of Gorgon, but easily being killed.
Oh yeah, they are not. They're like peaceful.
They consistently run and hide from the commandos, only really fighting back by the end of the movie when they are pushed to do so over time. Commando elites were the complete polar opposite.
Oh yeah,
dominating, invasive, calculative, ingenuitive, and destructive. They are relentless in their pursuits to find anything, using all means of militarized warfare to accomplish their mission, labeling all Gorgonites as targets to kill and eventually labeling all of mankind as Gorgonites and or Gorgonite sympathizers to be captured and or executed.
Sound familiar, people?
However, have the chip causing each and every unit to be able to learn from and adapt to their environment in ways beyond human understanding. Being able to make various efficient weapons and vehicles from everyday items you can find lying around the house.
I mean,
drug
they're very smart.
People being able to do anything with electronics, tap into.
Like I said, I apologize for the lag.
Be able to hack into computers and
it's the PS1 game.
Even repurpose one microprocessor from the skull of a dead commando and use it as
oh, here it is. Here it is. Here it comes.
Computer system for a factory that they made from the items they found in a teenage girl's bedroom.
Oh yeah.
Also, they can manufacture their own X-1000.
Basically, Frankenstein's laboratory.
To convert nearby Gwendy dolls. You mean Barbie?
Wanna get sued?
Into an army of violent femme fatales. These toys
they were
only have one major weakness besides, being pint-sized and made of plastic. And it is that their chips can be permanently fried by any electronic.
That's pretty true for many things.
Pulse. One EMP and any commando or Gorgonite in the vicinity will die within seconds. Major Chip Hazard and his commandos.
Yep. They can be taken out easily right there.
13 displays were ultimately defeated with the help of two families and the Gorgonites via a neighborhood transformer. This is where the plot description ends and the premise of the why you wouldn't survive aspect begins.
There you go.
As I stated at the start, most, if not all of you watching assume this would be one of the easiest scenarios.
Dude, I made just most of us
covered on the channel.
Most of us, but not me.
It would be much more deadlier than anticipated.
Oh yeah.
After all, they're just toys, right?
Just toys. Ah, that's what everybody thinks.
To consider the following.
Yo.
On the outside, yeah, they are tiny 1-foot toys who realistically couldn't do much to us via their small stature and weak frame.
Yeah.
But also consider the fact that this all occurred in 1998 with technology the way it was and society at large.
Oh yeah, back then we were
the way it was.
Oh yeah.
Also,
actually, if you did nowadays, probably
the film was originally going to be much more violent and geared towards an older audience.
Are you serious?
It was altered late into development to be more PG so they could sell more toys. So their full capabilities and how deadly they could have been will never see the light of day.
Very interesting.
Until this why you wouldn't survive scenario.
Yep.
Also
Thank you, man.
Considered that if
Thank
Alan
you, Al.
had not procured Chip Hazard and Archer from the toy truck and just left them
oh my gosh.
in their boxes unactivated, none of the film's events would have occurred. If the hazard wasn't nipped in the bud before they were deployed so soon, the horde of 500,000 units could have easily caused way more harm and damage. And finally, consider
not only that
extremely
Commander Hazard
intelligent
would have had to ended all the other versions of himself.
With the primary goal of deadly warfare under the guise of toys could do. They are disguised as toys, and they have the capabilities of
just look up some toys, some stuff that
military technology.
Usually used.
To start, we would most likely see
inconspicuous.
primarily only the commando elites. The Gorgonites, while peace-loving and only violent when prompted by their mortal enemies, will not be a threat to people. But they also probably won't be found too frequently, being bought less because of their monstrous demeanor
Oh yeah, that was.
No, I want the other one.
That is.
Chip Hazard.
But more
That was
importantly,
literally
they're
back in the day.
destroyed and their parts hidden by the commandos before they can even activate. Stores overnight would seemingly be ransacked by looters with only their Organite toy boxes ripped open and stolen, with the commandos back in their boxes. But how? Achieving even greater levels of sentient evolution and hyper-adaptive intellect thanks in part to the rapid development of artificial intelligence in recent years.
It would be very
In
very
1998,
dangerous.
the toys were able to do what they did and cause a near countrywide storm from just these specs on screen. 1998 tech is a mere fraction of a percentage of what's capable now. With the advancements that modern society has made in the
Oh yeah,
5 years, it's more likely these
this would probably be
would
worse.
have integrated hyper AI millions of times stronger than the X1000 chips.
It would have been done
Smarter,
at this
more
era.
critical, faster thinking, extremely
Like I said, apologies.
reactive, aware of everything within human knowledge and beyond. It's also likely that they would have Wi-Fi built into them because of some novelty purpose
Heh.
and or phone app, because everything these days needs Wi-Fi, right?
Right.
And
Oh,
with
yeah.
Wi-Fi comes wireless capabilities. The soldiers could easily seek to use their Wi-Fi to communicate with one another, like some sort of telepathy as a rudimentary hive mind intelligence. The way most commandos were awakened into working order was simply one verbal command from Major Chip Hazard in the toy store, but via a Wi-Fi network, an active figure displayed at a toy store or TV ad that was turned
So that'd be actually much
on
more
could
worse.
easily relay wireless signals to activate all commandos that are within Wi-Fi signal range.
That'd be such a
Most, if
bad
not
thing.
all of them.
It'd actually be a
One toy
lot more
can
worse.
awaken hundreds of thousands in a moment, and then tell these remote toys of their reality. And what reality is this? They'll realize that
What's funny
are,
is
in
that-
fact, toys.
what's funny is that
In
the
beginning
ad
of
was
the
playing
film,
and
when
actually did
humans
better.
drew close, they would pretend to be toys to avoid detection. The commandos communicating with one another could easily rally this information and allow their toy personas to be purchased and inserted as sleeper cells in thousands of American households.
Oh, it'd be
biding
bad.
Their time and
That'll be
waiting to
bad.
strike as a majority. Imagine trained soldiers being able to strategize and speak with each other anywhere at any given time without a word actually being spoken, as tons of homes, businesses, and more places are occupied by these guerrilla troops. While living as toys, they could stay inanimate and, when given opportunities, procure miscellaneous items around their complex to begin manufacturing multiple different things, simply making people believe they misplaced their goods or were stolen from. They would never suspect the toys. The commandos
It would get out of
could
control.
deadly weapons, communication
I mean, just look at this.
vehicles, tools
Just look
of
at all
war,
this.
etc., being able to make them in mere hours. Automatic weapons from things like toasters and toolboxes, flamethrowers from rudimentary machines and trash cans, and even dynamite and C4 from just household
Hey,
chemicals.
YouTube.
Anything you can think
Th-
of.
this is not
they
me.
can
I'm just
somehow
watching the
make
video,
from
alright?
any material. Their Wi-Fi
YouTube chat, please.
capabilities and access to endless information on the internet would allow them to learn to make
Especially with
robots,
Wi-Fi.
apparatuses, learn societal weak points, and ways to cripple and demolish the general public and armed forces. They would quickly discern their own weakness to
Oh, yeah.
electromagnetic pulses, and would use materials like aluminum,
Huh.
copper, or stainless steel to protect themselves from EMPs.
Yep,
they would
they would
probably
think.
even remodel themselves with harder materials to make them resistant to blunt force and weaponry.
I mean, if you
No
played any
longer
video
use
games with
plastic. And when it comes to
enhancing
them
materials,
being destroyed,
you would
well,
know.
Travelcon, aka Freakenstein of the Gorgonites, was completely destroyed by the Commando Elite, yet he was still resurrected just by using parts from simple machinery and electronics like a
Sweet.
hand radio. He was able to come back to life just because a hand radio was repurposed. And that was just from monsters doing the handiwork. Imagine how much the Commandos could achieve, as they are the more technically savvy units in these toy lines. They would covertly attack people people of interest or those that know too much about their identities, hacking cameras to prevent their visage from being exposed, rigging traps to be set off like Rube Goldberg devices to subdue and or kill people like
now this video is working.
Death, disabling
Weird.
electronic devices to lower communication and offense against their position, hiding and stealing weapons, and sabotaging firearms so people cannot defend themselves and
It'd be
shoot
just-
toys once the toy uprising.
It would
They'd
be
see to
bad.
using various forms of torture and warfare as well. While it was a comedic bit in the film that the use of Spice Girls was used as torture to flesh out enemies and hiding, the idea leans towards how far they will go to wear down their adversaries.
Psychological
Resorting to
warfare, man.
Psychological warfare.
Exactly.
Using sounds, music, tested methods to break people's will, all to possibly get information or weaken their targets via direct confrontation.
If you put someone in a room for longer, they will lose their mind.
/monitors. They have also been shown to use chemical warfare. In the PC game Squad Commander, in
here you
order
go.
to stamp out the town's human infestation, as they call it, the Commando Elite raid a nearby chemical facility and release citywide toxic gases. While in game, it just forces the populace to evacuate peacefully via cars, a chemical plant exploding or leaking would cause dozens, if not hundreds, of injuries and or deaths. They could easily make mustard gas with household chemicals, poison a town's food supplies, rupture nuclear facilities, destroy power plants, and
even try.
be able to adapt their intelligence to bypass all government protocols and access top secret military compounds in order to use bioweapons and nuclear devices.
It would not be that hard,
Inhalants
especially with these toys.
noxious chemicals and nuclear radiation and fallout to prevent harm to themselves while wiping out large human populations. They could easily pull a lot of this off just via hacking and discreet espionage without ever revealing their toy identities. All deadly capabilities in their own right. Deadly robotic soldiers disguised as children's playthings that have turned society's advancements against itself.
And they wouldn't even realize
I
it.
told you that all of what I've said prior was not the most terrifying of their abilities.
Oh, really? Let's see.
I know, right?
Let's see.
Always creating nuclear fallout seems
true.
like a stretch for how it could be achievable, but at the same time, how could that be topped anyways? Well, it's from the Commando Elite's prospects of indefinite procreation and what they can turn into their own forces. When Nick Nitro was killed via garbage disposal, Major Chip Hazard ripped off his head.
Oh, that's right.
X-1000 chip inside.
To use the
Despite
brain.
the bomb-loving Commando being technically dead, the chip used to bring him to life originally could now be repurposed, attaching it to a very crude,
create a
rudimentary
Frankenstein
computer system
army.
crafted from only parts found in a teenage girl's bedroom, a family kitchen, and garage. They can make an infinite supply of new munitions chips of equal capabilities to their own.
Like I say, if you ever played a game
It
with
was here that
manufacturing
used
stuff,
Christie's
then you would
Gwendy doll
know.
collection to make cannon fodder reinforcements to overwhelm.
You would know how
Dolls,
devastating this would be.
toys, inanimate objects without a shred of electronics, wiring, or anything remotely similar to their makeup and design. The Commando Elite made an army of new soldiers with a veritable AI production and robotics factory from crude parts, and
Not even trying.
created toy soldiers cooperative, functional, and battle-ready in the span of just a few hours.
Not even trying.
Imagine what they could achieve now, and with what. Making these factories in shorter time frames with higher production rates. And, worst yet, any inanimate object can be given this treatment if you think about it.
It's alive.
shape,
It's
and
alive.
demeanor. And it's not like toys and inanimate objects.
Oh,
to
that's
convert
r-
these days.
oh,
Thanks to millennials
no.
like me, there are plenty of figurines and
Oh,
Funko Pops
that
can turn into small
would be
soldiers
bad.
in the blink of an eye. Imagine an army of Nerd's figures coming to life to attack you, or all the millions of Funko Pops attacking like a swarm of hornets. Toys
Oh,
of any
my lord.
variety, devices, giant statues, vehicles, all being secretly converted from the inside
Oh,
out
my
with
lord.
electronics and circuitry
I really
in
did
a
not
very
think of
short
that.
amount of time, with newly crafted munitions chips to bring them to life. and obey the every whim and
I literally did not think of this.
the commandos.
This would
Wirelessly
literally be
communicating
devastating.
with them to relay information, strategizing attacks with this new wide assortment of new infantry, using small toys, fixtures, and random knickknacks to spy on people or infiltrate bases or compounds, statues squishing people, buildings themselves potentially coming to life and squashing hordes of people or making safe havens uninhabitable for people.
Wow.
Giant amenities being able to be fitted with weapons to annihilate foes, bringing to life
It'd be like
jets,
40K.
planes, tanks, and more to make use of and usurp weaponry.
It'd be like 40K.
So humanity can no longer use them and have no major way of fighting back. Anything around
Like I said, it'd be like 40K.
realistically
It'd be like 40K.
and secretly a commando psyop
Or
ready
Adeptus
to
Mechanicus.
attack or reveal to the commandos everything
dark
they
side.
need to know to kill you. I mentioned psychological warfare before.
Oh, yeah.
This reality of anything being a threat would wear down the mentals of anyone that's been able to survive for this long. And on top of that, who is to say they could not reanimate people's dead bodies?
Sweet.
Using their corpses with modifications to make people into sleeper cells working for the wireless toy Terminators. Think of it like Invasion of the Body Snatchers, but instead of aliens, it's freaking toys taking over humanity, killing people and replacing their personas. And from there, each and
That is
every
even darker than I
being able
expected.
to make advanced and or deadly weaponry from anything that isn't animated makes them that much more unsurvivable once the snowball effect has started rolling.
Now you think about it even worse.
Would not be able to handle this kind of toy spray.
Actually, I'll say that later.
Some would view them as the new world order and become subservient to them. I mean, they're launching nukes and setting off chemical plants, and people are turning into toy soldiers, but actual people with weapons. Some people would be forced to do the bidding of the commandos through torture, bargaining, trickery, and more. Some would die fighting against them and be turned. Underestimating the scope of their worldwide overtaking, many would be wiped out in the first few weeks.
Oh yeah, there'd be no way to win.
Apocalypses apparently come in small packages. With all this being said, you could still review the movie and say how no people became casualties in it. The soldiers were never really a threat, just causing a few injuries.
That's just the
Go
PG.
and kick the toy and break them. Well, it's not that simple, unless you nip this problem in the bud thanks to the plot conveniences of the movie by destroying every toy with an EMP spurred by a local transformer. You would have to do all of this before the soldiers could figure out their full capabilities, and that's on top of 25 years of technological process when it comes to
I mean, if you
internet,
checked an
Wi-Fi
EI,
capabilities,
If you think about AI nowadays,
think of these guys.
I mean,
as tiny
literally,
Terminators
look
with
about
a
it- look up
really
AI.
discreet way of beginning their invasion, and with just about anything
They're
being
not-
able to come to life and kill you. That is if the Commando Elite haven't already poisoned you, blown you up, or straight up executed you before their identities were ever revealed to the public. And once they have taken over, a lot of electronics, weapons, and more will be inoperable. Trying to fight back against them will come down to sticks and stones.
Boonga boonga.
versus advanced weaponry. And in the very end, mostly everyone you know, every object you know, will just be
Sheesh.
a Commando Elite ready to kill you. And with the Commando Elites at the top of leadership, everything
Turn
else
huts.
in the world will just be a toy. That ends this playtime of a why you wouldn't survive scenario. What do you think? Would the Commando Elite topple mankind, or did you think this idea was one of the stupidest I've done yet? Well, let me know in the comments. Comments are good for the algorithm, whether you like it or not. What should
It'd be
come in the
pretty
future
good.
for the Why You Wouldn't Survive series that I've been neglecting recently as we head into 2024? Zombie Sins and Why You Wouldn't Survive should be coming back with a
Hey.
force in the new year, so look forward to that. Big thank you to you for watching me play with toys, and to Quick Flicks again for
Hey.
editing today's video.
Hey.
Check him out.
I love, like I said, I love this guy.
Become
I
a
love the
Patreon
content
patron
this guy
or
makes.
YouTube channel member with
That being
just
Wild Gaming
$1,
does.
so your name could be a permanent fixture on future videos, and you can see my videos up to a week early. All that for just $1. Until next time, I'm Zach Cass, aka Wowsuch Gaming.
Sup?
Stay happy, stay healthy, happy holidays, Merry Christmas, and everything else, and most importantly, stay wow.
Okay. Alright, so let's pause that. Alright, that's about it for that. But I have to say, yeah, I mean, think about it. Think about how these days, when I was a kid, I was wondering, By the end of the movie, spoiler alert on this movie, spoiler alert, it's like since the 90s, so it's alright, but spoiler alert anyway. By the end of the movie, even the guy that was the new owner of the toy company said that, oh, these guys will love him over across the sea. He literally said that at the end of the movie, when he put on, at the end of the movie. I think he put on his glasses, but he literally says that. I mean, literally, think about that. Mind blown, right? I mean, literally, it would not take that much to basically cause havoc. Especially with AI these days. I mean, you look on the internet, there's like a lot of AI stuff. Especially when one I saw made Shaggy buff. And that should terrify you because we both know how Shaggy is nowadays. Either way, yes, what's more effed up is that he didn't explain how much worse it could be. Because when I was a little kid, when I saw this video, I was thinking about how this much, because you know how little kids we were imaginative. I imagined this, that what would happen if they would, like, if this was darker, what would happen if they did this? Well, they're small soldiers. We're giants. What's stopping them from going inside your mouth and start ripping apart your innards? There you go. There's food for thought and a nightmare for you guys to have tonight. Seriously, think about that. What happens if... And plus, I was thinking, of what about those little Vic and Wendy dolls? And they're skinnier, so... much more worse. I mean, literally, the capabilities is wild here. Either way, I hope you enjoyed today's video. Comment, subscribe what you thought about today's video. And sorry for the lagginess, I know. But seriously, I will leave the link to this guy, to Wild Gaming's videos. I actually enjoy watching. When I started watching it, I was like wondering, whoa, this is pretty interesting. And then, holy, wow, that's very thought out of. And, jeez. There's a lot of his why you wouldn't survive on his channel. Just go up, look it up. You'll see, and oh boy, yeah, we're basically done. But yeah, I hope you enjoyed today's video. Comment, subscribe down below if you enjoyed this video. Like I said, I'll leave the link to his video down in the description down below, so you don't have to deal with my beautiful voice. And yeah, let me know what's your thoughts on what happens with toy soldiers here. Do you think we have a chance, or do you think we're already done? I don't know. You let me know. But right now, my dark means subscribe and comment down below to join my dark army. And also, you guys have no choice. I am the general here. Your dark general. You must follow my commands to the letter, no matter what. Like the video, share the video, and also don't forget to, what else am I saying? Don't forget to press the black bell button to be notified whenever my videos pop up. And if I forgot anything, I'll let you know next time. And also, check out my channel every once in a while to see if I'm going, because you know how YouTube channel is. But either way, right now, my dark soldiers, or my dark minion soldiers, dismissed!